Hello. I'm making this video to show that my homework works. I wasn't able to get the SQL server to work at school using the computer lab computers, so I ended up using a SQL server database at work. And then I wasn't able to create local databases. I didn't have security permissions, so I had to use like a server database. Unfortunately, you will not be able to run my code, but so that's the point of this video. I just want to show that it can successfully connect to SQL Server. So I'm just going to run through this pretty quickly. So my workspace is clear. I'm just going to define a cell array with my symbols. So if we look here, all right, so these are the unrelated sector stocks. So I have those, and then next I'm going to define the SQL query that I'm going to run. So go ahead and do that. So this code is actually populating the SQL result variable. So if I open this up, so we have that date integer. So this is just the date values for the results. Symbol A, close A, so Apple, and then so it looks like it starts at $9 and then it ends at $520 and 3179 rows. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the query definition and then paste it into SQL Server to show that the result is the same. So paste that in here, modify the string, just removing some of these single quotes. Alright, then I'll execute, and so here in the first company column, we have Apple, starts at $9, then it ends at $520. So that's what we saw in the SQL Server, and it looks like we have 3179 rows, just like in MatLab. So if we open this up again, SQL result, 3179 rows. So next I'll just modify the query to do the symbols in the same sector. So I'll just run all the code. Okay, so first we'll clear the workspace. Do that, then define the query and run the query and populate that SQL result variable. So we'll do that. That's pretty quick. Price matrix, SQL result. Okay, so this time we have 5542 rows. That's a lot more rows than before. Which is fine. There's no date filtering right now, so it just grabs what's available. So I'll close this up, open the query, copy the query, and paste it into SQL Server. Then I have to make these same modifications as before. So the only difference is that we have different symbols. The query should be the exact same. Alright, so we'll just go ahead and run this. So 5542, and the first company is VLO. It starts at 124 and ends at 41. So if we look at the results here, if we look at the first company, it's VLO. And 5542 rows, starts at 124 and ends at 41. So those two results are consistent, what's in MATLAB and what we got in SQL. And the next steps, all I'm doing is calculating the log returns, subtracting the mean from each of the columns, the mean of each column from each of the columns, and then just getting the eigenvalues and eigenvectors. So I'm just going to run this to show that it is working without any issues. So that ran pretty quick, and then the results, the covariance matrix, eigenvalues, and eigenvectors. So those are the results, and then next I'll just show you the two tables in SQL Server, the names of the schemas, tables, and fields, and the data types for the fields should all be the same as in the assignment. One thing I did add was adjusted close, and I'm using adjusted close for this assignment just to account for stock splits, so that doesn't kind of rock the closing price data when there is a stock split. So I just removed that. So yeah, that's about it. I'll just run a query here just to show that all the data is here. from findata.instrument findata.hisprice b. All right, so I'm just gonna run this to show that the join is working and all the results are there. So the join looks like it worked as it should have, and all the data is there. And then the entire historical prices database has 157,000 rows in it. So this looks good. So that's kind of a demonstration of the results. I apologize for not finishing this using a local SQL database. I just could not get it to work in the amount of time that I used for this assignment. So yeah, thanks for watching.